Okay, so it's actually going to be pretty easy to describe angle measures using radians. Okay, so to be able to do that, uh, you don't. You don't actually describe the angle measure. Okay, it sounds counterintuitive, but it actually works out pretty nice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is first off, uh, an angle is what you get when two lines intersect. So here's my first line, and here's my second line. Okay, so now I have two lines that are intersecting, and we're going to look at this region here to describe the size of the angle between them. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to put this on a coordinate plane. Okay, so that means this first line, the first line that was on the screen, this horizontal line here, uh, that is going to be my x-axis, so I got to put in a y-axis, so I have a line going vertically. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a circle around that. Okay, now notice everything is focused here at the center of this circle. I have the angle, this is my original angle. I have the origin where the two axes meet is the center of the circle. Okay. Now the nice thing about this is going to be called a unit circle. Okay, so what that means is it's a circle that where the radius, the distance from the center to the side, is 1 unit. So that's why it's called a unit circle. It's 1 unit from the center to the side. Okay, and then what I can do is instead of figuring out this space here in saying degrees, not really having a good definition of what degrees are, I'm all I'm going to do is I'm going to find the arc length. I'm going to find this length around this outside of the circle. You might have heard of it described as if you were an ant walking around the outside of the circle, how far did you go? Okay, so that's what we're going to use to describe the size of the angle. So to do that, we got to start off by figuring out what is the circumference, the formula for the circumference of a circle. Well, the formula for the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. Everyone always says pi r squared. That's area. Circumference is 2 pi r. 2 times pi times the radius. Okay, now we just said that because this is a unit circle, that means that the radius is 1. So if the radius is 1, I can just plug 1 in for r, and the circumference of the circle, if I walk all the way around the outside of the circle, all around, that ends up being 2 pi units. Well, if you think about what radians are, one full rotation around the outside of the circle is 2 pi radians. That's because that's one full circumference of the circle. So if you go all the way around the outside of the circle, that's the circumference. That's also the radians.